first off, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I understand that there are a lot of sessions for you to choose from, so thanks for joining us for our panel. My name is Monica Parkin. I'm an undergraduate student at the University of South Florida in St. Petersburg. I'm here today to talk to you about the social implications of hair maintenance among African American women. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm sorry, excuse my computer. I am not my hair, I am not the skin, I am not your expectations, I am the soul that lives within, sings India Ari in her song written completely about hairstyle choices and the realization of inner beauty. The seemingly benign topic of hairstyle choice digs deep beyond popular entertainment, past hair salons and trends of new looks, heading into the minds of human beings of various ages and ethnic backgrounds. African American women specifically face challenges with their hair because of its unique nappy texture, which can give a messy look frowned upon by many. References of African American hair texture or styles can be found in several facets, from scholarly research to live entertainment. Dr. Sammy Aleem found remarks of good hair and its importance as a determinant for beauty excuse me, during his study of freestyle rap battles amongst cross-cultural MCs in Los Angeles, California. These lyricists depict the social meanings of identity based on racial hierarchies and gender. One of the contributing factors to racial hierarchy is racialized beauty standards. Dr. Cynthia Robinson argues that whites created a standard of beauty promoting a European look and devaluing the traditional African appearance, specifically hair texture and skin color. The formation of this prototype brought along the concept of colorism, an intra-ethnic social ladder favoring lighter skin and straighter-haired African Americans. Because skin color and hair type are the two top distinguishable characteristics for ethnic makeup, African Americans can easily use their hair to describe part of their identity. In order to gain perspective of personal sentiment on hair maintenance, I conducted semi-structured interviews with two professional African American women at St. Petersburg, Florida. I also comparatively analyzed advertisements and magazine editorials regarding African American hair in issues of Essence and Ebony magazines dating in the mid-1990s and 2012. In addition to key informant interviews and archival research, I reviewed literature regarding the social implications of hair maintenance in African American culture and the adverse effects of specific hair care products. Likewise, I examined a documentary exploring the concept of good hair and viewed recorded tutorials of natural and chemically straightened hairstyling techniques. I analyzed lyrics of poems and songs regarding African American hair. I partook in participant observation at a beauty salon, and I visited beauty supply stores for material culture analysis. To start, I want to dive into the concept of racialized beauty. Here are a few examples. This cover of Jet magazine dates February 14th, 1952. There are a couple things I want to point out here. This is a weekly Negro magazine, as you can see here. Yet the cover model is a light-skinned Native American actress named Aquanetta. Secondly, Negro hair, $1 million business. So clearly these issues are nothing new. The next editorial is one I scanned from Ebony's November issue in 1995. Notice that 3 of the 4 queens have light skin and straight hair. The only one who doesn't is the first Miss Black America from the 1970s, rocking the afro and has dark skin. I scanned this advertisement from Ebony's September issue in 1996. Beautiful Beginnings is a hair relaxer specifically for young girls. I chose this ad simply because of how I interpreted the title, which is basically just that to be beautiful from the beginning, you must straighten your hair. African hair, passed on to African Americans and Caribbean islanders, is very different than the hair of any other ethnic background, so much so that cosmetologists have been called hair doctors due to their expertise. African hair in its natural state varies from wavy to curly to difficult to brush and easy to tangle tightly knit coils. Without treatment or maintenance to the coils may appear messy, nappy, unattractive, unprofessional, and socially frowned upon. Since childhood, we are taught the importance of physical appearance as a direct link to our self-value, especially in young girls, explaining the expressed glorification of our hair. To carry out the desired look, a woman must first choose a hairstyle appropriate for herself. There are a large number of hairstyle options available for Black women, such as dreads, braids, micro braids, weave, glued, or sewn in, twist, wigs, and afro, just to name a few. However, the most commonly accepted and popular African hair is straight, smooth, and relaxed. The style a woman prefers may be based on several factors, including comfort, affordability, and social approval. Unfortunately, the cost of hair maintenance can be pretty steep, and some women choose to sacrifice other necessities in order to have the hair they want. In Good Hair, a comedic documentary directed by Jeff Stilson, Reverend Al Sharpton joked with Chris Rock that some women will not pay rent in order to have money for their hair. Sharpton shared thoughts declaring, quote, "You get up and comb your exploitation and oppression every morning, or you attach your economic exploitation to the back of your head," end quote. Clearly, hair upkeep is important to Black women, but the significance of pretty hair stretches beyond the physical image to the location from which the hair doctors work. The beauty shop. Salons, especially in Black communities, are known as social and informational centers. These locations host mostly working-class women for hours of beauty services and girl talk. Social networking during these informal gatherings help community members establish close relationships with one another while building a strong foundation of familiarity in the neighborhood. While feeding their hair, they feed their souls. Both ladies I interviewed previously tested several different hairstyling techniques over the course of their lives, including braiding, relaxing, twisting, texturizing, and combing out for an afro. Regarding hair care, each woman showed true concern for the well-being of her hair. Sarah had recently had a moisturizing treatment done and explained its benefits on the dry hair of African Americans. She discontinued the practice of chemically straightening her hair in 1999, becoming a natural hair advocate with the preferred style of twists. Likewise, Pat has great interest in the health of her hair, as she told me one of her favorite routines is to shave her head every 15 years or so Gladys could grow back fresh, healthy, and strong. Gladys is the name Pat gave to her hair years ago because, quote, "She's got a mind of her own. She does what she wants." Clearly, these women care about their hair in the context of physical health. However, regarding displays of socially favored styles, both Sarah and Pat clearly stated that hair does not hold much importance to them. That's not to say they don't maintain their hair in well-kept, stylish coiffures. Both women stated they would never go to work with fresh-out-the-shower hair because it is an appearance deemed unprofessional. Sarah told me, quote, "I think people are freaked out by the nappiness," end quote, which goes in agreement with comedian Paul Mooney's remark in the film Good Hair: "If your hair is relaxed, white people are relaxed. If your hair is nappy, they're not happy." Happy with nappy and other socially disfavored hairstyles, Pat conceded that hairstyle choice is a form of expression. After Pat's young, vibrant sister passed away 7 years ago, she chose to wear a golden weave in her honor. Next, I'd like to talk about ways in which people care for their hair. Last year, for my food, health, and culture class, Professor Dixon and I came up with the idea of hair food. For that research paper, I provided insight into the attributing factors that link an essential element of life, food, with a physical feature, hair, that is not typically thought of as needing to be fed. I defined hair food in 2 ways: hair care products, especially those using food terms in the product name, like hair mayonnaise or hair milk, as you saw, or foods used in the treatment for hair or the scalp. Though the 2 descriptions are different concepts of what hair food could be, both set out for the same goal: the healthy appearance of beautiful hair. As I've noted, obtaining and maintaining this image is important to women of various ethnic backgrounds, ages, and socioeconomic status. Unfortunately, for Black women to achieve certain desired hairstyles may require the application of deleterious creams or tightly pulling to the hair. These creams, used in popular practices, directly oppose the concept of good hair, as they malnourish the hair and damage the scalp. Central centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, CCCA, is the most common type of primary scarring alopecia and occurs primarily in Black women. CCCA was initially named hot comb alopecia in a study done by Dr. Philip Lopresti in 1968, in which he explained the irreversible alopecia experienced by Black women was a result of the extensive use of physical hair straighteners, such as the hot comb. The term was changed in 1992 by Drs. Sperling and Sow to follicular degeneration syndrome and has recently been named CCCA by the North American Hair Research Society. Said terms of alopecia are all best described as alopecia from traumatic hairstyling, including practices of braiding, use of extensions and weaves, and use of chemical and physical straighteners. In order to obtain the highly desired look of silky straight hair, Black women use chemical agents known as relaxers. The misuse of relaxers can cause ruinous damage to hair due to the harsh main ingredients they include, including sodium hydroxide or ammonium glycolate. Sodium hydroxide specifically is highly corrosive and can severely irritate or burn the skin from extensive use, yet 70 to 80% of Black women worldwide choose to chemically alter their hair using relaxers. Moreover, relaxers are not the only hair product with biological consequences. There are many personal care products that contain hormones or placenta in their ingredients. Studies have linked the use of these products to premature sexual development and breast cancer. These products are used by people of all races, but reported being used 6 to 10 times more by Black children and adults. In Marian Donovan's study, she found that female children, especially Black girls, exposed to personal care products containing hormones or placenta, experience early sexual development and are at high risk of developing a rare vaginal cancer during adolescence. Similarly, a case study from Italy reported a 3-year-old female child who suffered vaginal bleeding, breast enlargement, nipple hyperpigmentation, and an enlarged uterus due to the exposure of her mother's hair lotion. The report stated that the child's unusual developments were a result of habitually playing with her mother's hair, hair combs, and empty hair lotion vials, all the while becoming unknowingly exposed to the hair lotion's high concentrations of a xenobiotic hormone. Through skin absorption, the girl was clinically said to have been intoxicated by estrogen. However, 6 months after the mother stopped using the topical products, the young girl had a complete regression of signs of feminization and a normalization of hormonal data and uterine size. So, why use these products? Why not just go natural? Well, that's what many women are asking these days. I believe that the natural hair movement is slowly taking over. Excuse me. I haven't covered that yet in this research, but I'm currently looking into natural hair articles, blogs, salons, and support groups. Yes, I did say support groups. It's funny to me that friends that I have that have natural hair receive comments from others like, you're so brave for going natural, or I don't have the courage to do what you're doing. It's crazy to me that letting your hair grow out of your head in its natural way is almost considered revolutionary. So, to wrap things up, hair is a woman's glory, and Maya Angelou said. It is central to an African American woman's cultural identity and a means of self-expression. Through styles and dye color choices, hair can make statements, as I learned when Sarah laughingly told me of how her afro scared coworkers into thinking she would start a revolution. Hair can have emotional connections, as exemplified by Pat's golden weave tribute to her late sister. Hair, or lack thereof, is used in religious traditions all over the world, such as the Tantra ceremony practiced by Hindus and Buddhists. So is hair important? The research I've done so far has led me to believe that it is. From a biocultural standpoint, I believe that hair is one of the most valuable examples of rapid evolution due to the mixing of hair types from multiracial children and the losses of hair from styling practices in African American culture. Furthermore, the histories of hair care traditions in various societies give evidence to its many uses and significance in numerous ceremonies or in everyday life. Thank you for your time.